Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. How you doing, nerds?
What's up? What's up? Last one of the year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. We took a little break there, and we're back at it. We're going to double up. And, yeah, you're right. So this is it, huh?
Yeah.
This one will come out in the new year.
Yep, this will come out in the new year. Fresh start.
Episode 101, I believe.
Yeah.
We call this one Born of Black Sands. That's straight from The Witcher. So, yeah, we got The Witcher Blood Origin. All 4 eps. Was supposed to be 6 episodes originally, but they whittled it down to 4. 2 episodes of Willow, Wildwood, and Prisoners of Skellin. And National Treasure, of course, Graceland Gambit and Charlotte. Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, directed by Ryan Johnson. And, yeah, The Witcher.
Yeah.
So, let's get into some Willow. If I recall, last week, Wildwood, basically, they go in the woods and they meet the Bone Reavers, and turns out...
little discovery.
Scorpia, well, yeah, we meet the leader and her sister. I don't know if it's long lost, or there was this guy fathered Kale, General Kale, right? He fathered...
No, it was long lost.
Okay, but he fathered a few of these girls.
Well, yeah, he had like 8 of them.
Yeah, okay, that was right.
He was like...
He was a fertile bastard, that guy.
He was pumping it out.
Yeah, and then some. So that's why they didn't die, okay, or get eaten. Okay.
Right.
You had the family connection.
Yeah, another reference back to Kale.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and if you look at it a few episodes ago, she was fighting her father.
Yep. A little Star Wars thing going on there, but of course, since George Lucas created these characters.
Now tell me something. When you first see Scorpia and whatnot, did you automatically think, okay, she strikes a huge resemblance to her sister?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Before they even said it, it's like,
that's right.
That looks familiar.
Yeah. You don't have to do too much heavy lifting with this show, so
no.
Pretty bare bones. Okay, no pun intended. But what else happens here?
Well, they eat some mushrooms.
Yeah, we found out Borman kind of lied his way out of how he got out of the trolls, and
but
which no one ever escapes from. But he looks like he did it in a kind of like Andy Dufresne did in Shawshank Redemption, right?
Yeah, he Shawshanked it.
Yeah, and he went through a tunnel of shit that you and I couldn't imagine, something like that.
he actually sat in the barrel of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was
that was more. What's that?
Actually, you know what?
That was more Slumdog Millionaire, I guess, than Shawshank.
I'm wondering if being buried in it's not as bad as trying to crawl through it, because crawl through it, you're constantly smelling it. If you're submerged in it, it just gooey all over. So you're not breathing it in. So I think you can last longer in the barrel than you can without puking going through.
Yeah, well, think of it. That would have to be some could you do? I mean, it would have to be some hellhole, right? Where that's actually better than going staying. I mean, come on.
Oh no, I would have oh God.
Can't be anything worse.
There's nothing you could do for that. I mean, maybe. What is it they do? Vaseline under the nose, or something under the nose. I know they do something for corpses where they smear Vicks something. Vicks, it's Vicks under the nose.
They do that. They showed that in Silence of the Lambs.
Yes. But
Jodie Foster didn't really know what they were doing, and they just passed around the bottle of Vicks, and then she understood, right? Why they did that.
I would have thought of the Vicks and then okay. It's not as bad.
Yeah. Oh man. Anywho,
I probably wouldn't be able to do it because I'm claustrophobic.
Well, me too, mildly, but that alone, and then adding excrement to the equation.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. Maybe life in prison isn't so bad. Okay.
Unless it was the size of the sewer that Rutger Hauer walked through in Wanted Dead or Alive. Yeah, not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
It smells like shit, but I can move.
Yeah. So the trolls show up, they take Kit, and then, this leads us into Prisoners of Skellin. So, and I don't know. Were you expecting very well educated and erudite trolls? That kind of
no, I wasn't, and that kind of like threw me.
Oh wait! We're forgetting a major cameo in the episode before. Kevin Pollak reprised his role. I mean, what the heck? The last thing I was expecting.
Willow!
Yeah. I'm glad he did it, but man, like totally unexpected.
Yeah.
Like, so good for him for keeping the continuity
was that
alive.
His daughter or his?
That was hard to say. Yeah, I think so, but I guess like
she was like the epitome of the lazy teenager.
Yeah, she'd fit right in on National Treasure: Edge of History. Yeah. Very well. Anyway, sorry, I forgot to mention because that was so cool that he did that, because I totally forgot that was Kevin Pollak in the original. Yeah. Like, it looked nothing like him, really, right? He kind of had dirt on his face the whole movie, that kind of Beatles haircut.
Beer! That way!
And of course, we didn't get the other guy. He happened to be away. I can't remember his name. Was it Frangine or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He was away. So so that leads us into Prisoner Skellin, and we meet these very well-educated trolls, which I don't know. It kind of threw me. I don't know why.
Are they like that because of the shit they were drinking they were making in there?
Well, I thought that gave them some magical properties. I didn't know it increased their intellect or.
Yes, because they were sitting there ready to have morning tea with them, but we're just a little bit busy.
Or so if that's an actor choice, it's an odd actor choice. But then and then we when right at the end there, because as you probably figured it out that Val Kilmer's son does his voice, which is pretty bang on, because it sounded literally like Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
that was a bit of a mindfuck too.
Yeah, Jack Kilmer. Yeah, and they just made it barely. Again, I always watch it with captions, so I know what he said. But even if I didn't have captions on, I'd been struggling to figure out what he was saying. They didn't exactly make it crystal clear, but it was clearly supposed to be Mad Mardigan, right? And
right, yeah, it was. But like, I would have liked to have seen. I would have wished that Christian Slater had stayed.
Well, yeah,
that was a nice surprise.
Of all people, here you got 80s, 90s heartthrob. Christian Slater shows up first of all, pretending he's Mad Mardigan. Okay.
Like how could, that actually would have been a cool twist, because how many times have someone been reshaped, reformed, and whatnot in this universe, right? Yeah. That they shifted it to Christian Slater as Mad Mardigan.
Well, yeah,
and he'd been sitting in there for so long and whatnot.
Yeah, they're going to be doing something like that in The Witcher season 4, aren't they? Well, anyway, we'll see what happens there. But don't want to get ahead of myself. But yeah,
but I mean, how cool would that have been?
Yeah, but I think
he just kind of continues on, and Christian Slater plays Mad Mardigan.
Yeah, but I think they're so banking on Val coming for season 2. I mean, they seem to all but been greenlit from the way they're talking. The only reason,
in actually, a sense,
he did
kills
record
sort
his
of
lines
Kit's
first,
quest to find her dad and her I can save him kind of thing.
Yeah,
but then he ends up being more of a pain in the ass than anything.
Yeah, exactly. And if he's in there, where is exactly that place that he is? It was almost like Poltergeist in a way.
Well, I mean, they kept saying that there's portals to everywhere, right? So who knows? It could be. You never know.
And then if we do have him, how's he going to, are they going to AI his voice, or is he going to have an injury? Even if he does come back, right?
Well, I mean, if he comes back, he's got to be. They got to Top Gun that and make him withered in a way, right?
Yeah,
because he's non-functioning. He's not. You're not going to see him swinging swords and.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they do a really, really good. Someone with a
double
deep fake,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they could deep fake his voice, so I don't see why he just can't show up and mouth the words. They could have done that in Top Gun. It's a lot easier to do the voice deep fake than it is the face, right? I mean, we've seen good ones and bad ones, but the voice, all he has to do is move his lips. I mean, I don't know why they're not. Hopefully, they are doing that.
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. What else?
We also see again Eric running around.
Yeah,
no man's
looking
land.
like Jim Morrison from The Doors again. Yes,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I'm getting the feeling he shouldn't let that girl out of that cage.
Yeah, it could be a head fake, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm guessing. She's the
one of those spirits that's
she's
kind of talking to him.
Yeah, and she's the bad girl, and Miss Muffin is the good girl, and they're gonna break up, and that'll swoop. What's his name? Swoop in there.
Yeah,
Tony Revolori. Oh, boy.
And Cylindria's wand is just taking a beating.
Yeah. Whoops. That was a pretty big whoops when she dropped it. But
yeah. But at least they got it in the end. But now she has got to blast through that floor. Just to get Kit out.
Yeah.
Who knows what'll happen there?
Stay tuned, because now we're at 2 episodes left. There's only 8 episodes in this, so 2 left.
Yep. So
wish there was 2 left in National Treasure of History. Yikes! This one is really, really putting me to the test here. This show,
it's growing on me.
Well, look, I will say Graceland Gambit, as much as I love the whole Elvis Presley arc, you're talking to a closet Presley fan, and I know a lot about Elvis, and it's never been proven he was a Mason. Sure, he did wear the Templar cross in a few photos, but they took a really wild, stat or leap, with his history. So, much as I appreciate they were,
Well, I think they've taken quite a bit of leap with all the history. Come
yeah,
on.
That's fine.
It's a movie. Come on.
I know. No. You want to steal the declaration? That's fine. Okay, you can map that out if this is how we do it. But Elvis, I don't know.
Yes,
man.
and with the X-ray specs of Ben Franklin on the back, come on.
Yeah,
this was all made up to kind of push that way.
But
I like the tie-in of Elvis. I thought
I did.
Really
but help
good.
me if that guy sings again. I don't know what it is. I feel like Belushi in Animal House. I just want to take his guitar and just smash it. I don't know, just something about his voice. Just gets me. Okay.
No, I like. It's enough to keep me there. It's not enough for me to be like, oh my God, what's next? I love the inclusion of Riley.
Yeah, finally we get to see Riley Poole in the Charlotte episode.
And I love that Charlotte's the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlotte, Uncle Riley, give him a hug from me and all that. And it's like, it's the dog. Charlotte's sick. We can't be on your podcast. Charlotte's sick. It's the dog. Yeah.
Well, this podcast got turned into a streaming show, didn't it?
Yes. And he was going to have Ben be the first guest, and then all of a sudden, no.
Yeah.
Story of Riley's life. Come on.
I wonder if he'd show up. He's probably cool enough to show up. That's something Nicolas Cage would do, you know what I mean? But
it would be nice. It would be nice as a
heavily guarded secret. They'd have to have levels of secrecy you wouldn't possibly imagine just to keep that quiet. But I think he would. Knowing him, he's so out there. I think he would do it.
Well, I love the line when they're trying to get out of the panic room, and he's like, "No, you think like Ben. Ben's always right."
Yeah. Let's go with your idea.
Riley forever the sidekick.
Yeah. No,
But I mean, now there's a little bit of intrigue happening. Okay, which one of them turned over the recording?
Yeah, well,
was it Liam?
Obviously not. No, it's too obvious. It's the crooner, and maybe it's the jealous boyfriend. Maybe
could be,
because they're getting too close.
the dopey one that got.
Well, he's all for it. He wants this treasure, right? So the only one who's
but they might have bugged him.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if they knocked him out? Changed one of his fillings.
Yeah.
They seem to be able to have access to that.
Yeah. Like I said, it would have to be like unknowingly or unwittingly that he's an accomplice. Like I don't think anyone, unless the boyfriend's just screw this.
And with a little look behind the curtain of who the bad guys are.
Yeah.
And I mean, what's her name? The bodyguard there. She was a little upset when what's his name went down the trap.
Bodyguard that beat up two men handily.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Like she went all out on him. She was
yeah, no, I know, but
she Ronda Rousey those guys.
Yeah, I know, but even whatever. Okay.
You live for that shit.
I know, but I don't know. I just didn't buy this one, because she didn't really do anything that would have. Like I said, you got a guy in front of you, who might be bigger and stronger, and you got to take him out. There were no like kicks to the knees or shots to the throat or groin. She just basically manhandled him, and I'm assuming these guys had some experience. She looked like she could
manhandle a few. I mean, she looked a little butch. Come on.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, she was a bit on the butch side. So and those guys weren't that big. Come on, like
I don't know. It's not like
she landed a few good shots. Well, Cynthia Rothrock's a whole new level.
Yeah, her, I believe, could do that. Yeah. She's the only one I said, yeah, I could see that. Cynthia! Oh, we miss you.
Good old 80s.
So, how does Charlotte wrap up? I can't comment too much because I'm not into it as much as you, so I'll let you take this. If there's something else you want to add, please, by all means.
No, I think, okay. Like I said, now it's a matter of who the bad guy, who the turncoat is, right? I mean, we're talking about American history here. There's turncoats everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's cool that Ben calls Riley to tell someone contacted his mother, who we saw in National Treasure 2, played by the wonderful Helen Mirren, asking about those same things. So it's like, oh, geez, look at that. Connecting the dots. So I want to see this to the end. I think it's got a little bit of feel good, although the whole Scooby Gang making out under the trees at the wake.
Yeah.
The clouds open, the angels sing, and the smooching happens, and then all of a sudden, betrayal.
Yeah, exactly. Anywho, 4 episodes left. Okay.
Yeah.
And
we'll see what happens.
Ready to get in some Glass Onion?
If we must.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like it. It was 2.5 hours. I can't get back, but I watched it all, every minute of it.
Yeah, so did I. I mean, for me, everything was just all left on the surface. There was no depth to any of these characters.
And I'm not saying I'm a brainiac and a whodunit guy. I guessed it in milliseconds. It was him, so I really had no mystery for me. But I was having fun spotting stuff. Like I knew the voice doing the dong was someone. I couldn't place him, so I failed. I looked at the credits, and it was Gordon Joseph Levitt, because he used, just like Daryl. Daryl, the guy in the movie, is a friend of Ryan's who's just been in everything he's done, on every TV show he's worked on, every movie. That's just a guy he puts in everything. So, of course, there was a Kanye West painting there, and I thought the four screen with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and who were those other celebrities? Angela Lansbury? Was Angela Lansbury one of them?
I think so. Yeah.
I thought she was dead. Anyway, okay, but everyone's saying that Edward Norton's character is a thinly veiled Elon Musk, but whatever. And everyone's freaking out over Dave Bautista's wrinkles in his head. Like, what, people are focusing on all the things other than the movie. But
yeah, well, there was not a lot of movie there to focus on.
No, I didn't, because you were a fan of the first one, right?
Not really.
Oh, okay, me neither. I thought you were. Sorry.
It was okay, but the first one I think had a little bit more depth than this one.
I preferred the first. Didn't like them both, but if I'm going to choose, I would definitely take the first.
Because the first one revolved around one person, right? Mm-hmm. And
and also
Benoit Blanc's character was just a secondary character in the background, so there was a lot more involvement with it. This was all about his character and him helping the twin find out what happened, what went wrong. Okay, but then it's still just, everything is still surface.
Well, let me ask you this. Was it ever explained? Like, I couldn't figure out why, Edward Norton's character would invite the person who he screwed out of, millions to the island. Was that ever explained? Why would he invite her? I didn't understand. Never understood that part. Was that explained?
Well, that was
he wanted her there.
Yeah. Well, that was to cover up him killing her.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, okay. So he sent the invitation after he killed her.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was a ruse to say, hey, no, look, I invited her to my island. I was okay with her.
Did he
blah,
think
blah, blah.
she survived, or did he know that she had a twin sister? Was that revealed to us?
No, he didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, actually, they did know. They did know that she had a twin sister, but obviously, Edward Norton's character was too arrogant to actually believe the twin was taking her place.
Oh, okay. So he assumed she survived the attempt, is what?
Exactly.
But then why show up and not say anything like, "Hey, you tried to kill me"? See, I got lost in all that. I don't know if it was
again. It's everything was just all on the surface. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, there were some holes there, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, none of the characters had any depth to them. They played those types of characters very well.
Well, I will agree that with one thing he said. And I kind of agree that he says that Dave Bautista is the best actor, so wrestler turned actor. So I would say yes, because he's got more of a range than The Rock.
The fucking gun.
Yeah, yeah. I would say that
he's shown a lot more range than the
because from what
yes.
even that character he did in Blade Runner 2049 was so far removed than anything The Rock has done.
You go from that, you go to the zombie movie in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Army.
What other one?
Well, he did that one with Kumail Nanjiani. I don't know if you saw it. Or what was it called? Stuber? I don't know if you saw Stuber.
No.
Did you see Stuber? No? Okay.
No. But I've seen a few things that he's been in, and he's been his demeanor changes. He's very much able to, I guess you could say, go from character to character. He's still the big character, but I mean, you go from Drax, you go to the guy, the zombie Vegas movie, you go to this. He's played all kinds of different things, right? So, and it's a lot more than The Rock's played. I mean, The Rock is either, law enforcement or law enforcement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, even as Black Adam, he was the sort of a anti-hero, but he was still, can you smell what I'm cooking? You know what I mean?
He's going to raise an eyebrow in all those movies. Okay.
Yeah, he is. He is. I mean, even from Fast and the Furious to Red Notice to all of that. Even Jungle Cruise, which was,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Jumanji, and he's got a Christmas one coming out soon. Or they just finished.
Well, yeah, that.
They just finished shooting it. Yeah, they're going to premiere next Christmas or what?
Yeah, exactly, on Netflix. Yeah.
J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus, buff Santa Claus.
Rip Santa.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe they're doing Fortnite. He's Sergeant Winter. But even still, though, awesome. You're right. He Dave Bautista has shown a lot more range, a lot more.
Well, actually, to his characters. Wait. Now that you said it, now that you said Sergeant Winter or whatever, it just hit me that why doesn't Fortnite they have the money, just do a Super Bowl commercial and put him as Sergeant Winter, put him in the Foundation, just promote the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding.
Why don't you just bring these characters to life? You can't make a movie yet, so that would be a pretty cool thing, no?
No kidding.
Let's go, Donald Mustard. Get on that if you're not already. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of bugs in the game to fix first.
Oh, God. Don't tell me about that. Emptied 2 clips on a guy, not 1 damage, and I wind up losing the game. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. I was laughing at people that I didn't think that was a real thing, till it happens to you, and you're like, what?
Oh, yeah, no. Same to us. It was a trio, and 3 blue assault rifle shots, and I'm out completely. Not crawling, but out.
You mean the guy hit you with the
3 assault rifle shots?
Oh, okay. No, it takes more than that. I mean, a gold maybe, but not a blue. No.
Yeah. Boom. I'm out, and then takes out the other 2. And then when it goes to them after, you die and you see their health and there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're you've hit them square or whatever, and they're perfect health.
Yeah.
Perfect shield. But what about have you had your sprinting just not work one game? Like you can't sprint the entire game? I've had that
that happened. that happened to D. Didn't happen to me. I've had the open doors go on and off, on and off, on and off. When auto open doors.
All right, so Mustard, forget the Rock cameo or Sergeant Winter. Yes,
put your money into more programmers to fix that.
Fix the glitches. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and get rid of the cheaters.
Yeah. Well, it's helped. I do believe it got better since they instituted the ban on the Cronus Zen. Like, I think that scared quite a few away. I don't know how they're detecting it. They're not saying, so I don't know if that was an empty threat, like, because from what I understand, what you told me is you can't track this thing. It's
you should
software, it's hardware. So how would they know you're plugging this into your controller? So I was confused. I mean, happy when they announced it, but how are they just bullshitting us? Like, or they're just know. Because I did notice a drastic change when they made that announcement, though.
In the beginning, there wasn't a lot of it. It seemed pretty even, but lately I've been noticing quite a bit of shots that were just a little bit too there. All
right, Mustard, fix them. Are we still on Glass Onion, or do we?
No, I think we move on. I think we can bury that in the backyard.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Under Grandma's tomatoes.
Sweet. Now, Witcher Blood Origin.
Yes.
I was a little confused from the outset because I was told this story takes place 1,200 years. You get confused
a lot, don't you?
Well, I do. Well, but it's bad storytelling on their part. I'll tell you where I got confused right at the beginning, on top of that, because it's 1,200 years before the events that we know.
Yeah.
So Jaskier shows up. We see Jaskier. We're like, hey, wait a minute. So I thought, well, wait a minute. Is this guy, okay, is this a relative of his from the past? So right away, they should have put a year at the bottom of the at the bottom of the screen or something, because I got
confused by that.
Yes, because we weren't supposed to see anyone from the current Witcher we know in the past. See what I mean? Like, they should have. They did the same thing in the beginning of the first season. I know, but this whole thing is predicated on it takes place 1,200 years before, and they open immediately with Jaskier. Jaskier wasn't around 1,200 years ago. See what I mean? They should have split.
Yeah, but when Minnie Driver pulls him out of there,
I know, but there's no talking. It doesn't matter. They're in a battle scene from the beginning. There's no word spoken. She shows up after the fact and rescues him, but right at the beginning,
you got to look at it as a whole. You can't just look at it as the one piece.
They should have just put a year. That's all. But they did the same thing in the first season of The Witcher, if you recall. We don't know what was going. There were so many timelines, and only after Netflix, made a nice printout of, here's the timelines, which they should have did prior. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. At any rate, I didn't like it. Did you?
I loved it. I thought it was great.
You did?
Yeah.
What part did you like?
What's not to like about it?
I don't know. I can't really point to any one
basically,
thing I liked.
You saw the Witcher origin right there.
Yeah, who was an elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I didn't.
An elf that was imbued with the power of the monsters from another dimension.
No, I didn't. I tried to. I wanted to like it. I mean, last episode,
the whole point was that she was telling him a story that needed to be retold in today's age. So she recounted the story to Jaskier as he was writing it down, and then you saw basically visually you saw the story. I mean, I thought it was really well done. All the characters were very, very fleshed out. I like the fact, they got it done in 4 episodes. That way there was not a lot of dilly-dallying and filler stuff. It was kind of very much straight to the point. The bonding of these characters based on what was going on was really well done. And I mean, the fighting was exquisite. Especially Michelle Yeoh.
Well, I'll tell you who I liked. Who's the little person with Gwen? Now, I was so mad when come on. She tours through a pub or a whorehouse with Gwen. First of all, she talks and calls it, and they don't show us the fight. So I'm like, are you effing serious? That's like when Yoda fought Palpatine, but they didn't show it. We only heard the grunting. Like, no, you have to show it. When do we ever get to see that anywhere? So, okay, sure, later on they show her fighting, but come on, I would love to see her go floor to floor and people going, what the God? And and then getting hit by this.
I love that dwarf. I thought she was, she played that so well.
Yes, well, that's why I wanted more of her, but we can't even see her first fight scene with Gwen, the sledgehammer she talks to. Oh, please, more of this. This should be a movie.
She's slightly cracked, which is beautiful. It was so played so well, but even the Lark, who beautiful voice.
Yeah, well, that voice really got to me by the fourth episode, where everyone was breaking out into song every goddamn minute, like it was West Side Story. So was.
Well, it was also the she was the hope of.
Yeah, she was
of the thing, and that song. That song had more power than any mage because
it was like catching fire.
Exactly.
Katniss Everdeen stuff here.
Yeah, exactly. So I loved actually that aspect where there was just very, very, the whole thing where the catalyst for all the realm or all the universes to blend together, which was kind of really interesting. And to see how the Witchers came about, right?
Well, I'll tell you the two part I liked. I only liked knowing that how the Wild Hunt got started. So that elf Eridan who puts on the mask, I thought that was cool. So we got to see how those are the guys, right? We see at the end of the last season, the Witcher riding around. Right. That's the Wild Hunt. And what I loved was the end credits scene. Now, I don't know if from the first season if they knew they were going to do this or that was just blind luck and they didn't reshoot that. Ciri is actually looking, towards that alleyway.
Right.
But I don't know if they're pretending we meant to do this or that's just a cool happenstance, because I thought that was awesome. To me, that tied it in perfectly.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of tie-ins that worked well. I mean, I wasn't expecting Fjord to go like full monster. But I mean, when his face got ashen and the eyes went dark, and I'm like, okay, there's the Witcher, But I mean, obviously, he didn't have the sense of control.
Yeah.
And now she's going to give birth to something that will carry it on.
Yeah.
And obviously be trained to have control over it and be able to do that. So that just leads up to what the Witchers are. So it's kind of really interesting and really, really cool how they tied it all in together. But I like some of the twists and turns, right? So at first you think Michelle Yeoh is betraying them, but instead she's just fetching them uniforms, it was really, really well done in that sense. So, I mean, to me, it was a good story. They didn't over embellish a whole lot of shit. I mean, the Empress, she was a bit of a bitch, and she needed to get put down, as well as the head mage, the senior mage, who was just looking for power. But come on. I mean, good fighting, good adventure. To me, that all worked.
I prefer the second season of Witcher to this, but I do want more of Gwen. I would have liked.
She definitely. Dwarves have a long lifetime. Maybe she'll end up still in there. It's an old lady or something, but
Gwen.
It's just she was. When she gets hit in the shoulder with the arrow, she's like, "Fuck!" Pulls it out. You asshole! Don't even flinch. Yeah, no, she was good. She was good. I like that. I really, really like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for me.
Meldoff. Yeah, Francesca Mills showed her out. So give her more to do there. Okay.
Yeah, she plays that just off twisted type of character really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a mini Thor. Okay. Hammer.
Yeah, she was a little bit more twisted than Thor. I mean, she was cracked. She was seriously cracked. But fuck, could she fight?
Yeah. That's why I think they had a wasted opportunity there. They probably thought, oh, this is going to be so hard to shoot. You know, let's just have the camera follow the.
I love when she gets the last one. She's just walking around in the apartment in a robe and just painting on the wall, smoking, painting on the wall in blood. Here's the last one that screwed my family over. Or her love over, and she mixed the ashes into the hammer. Oh wow, yeah. Talk about tribute, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me mix your ashes in while I mold this destructive weapon.
Well, that's a nice touch. That.
Yeah.
I like that they did that.
Yeah. Yeah, and now, like when you see like all at the end when you have all the humans and the elves and the, who are you?
Yeah,
and the talking back in Elven tongue, and it's like, yeah. Now we just got to wait for the next season of The Witcher and see where all this kind of fits in.
Yeah, next week we'll have the first 2 episodes of The Bad Batch, season 2 for
Bad
you.
Batch starts next week, yes.
January 4th, Spoils of War and the Ruins of War. So,
love it.
We'll
Can't wait.
That. And, of course, an episode of Willow and National. And I swear to God, I've been tracking every day. Not much in the way of entertainment news at all.
Well, it's been a quiet one.
And no one died, so really...
Hey, knock on wood when you say that.
Yeah.
But we got some stuff coming up. I mean,
well, we have
Vox Machina January 20th.
Well, before that, we have The Last of Us, which me personally,
that's true.
I can't wait to get into on January 15th.
Yeah, that should be good. That should be interesting. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the video game, but the story sounds pretty solid.
Yeah, well, yeah, it won Game of the Year and all that. It's I know people rave about that game, and so personally, and of course Pedro Pascal. Come on, hello. He has that coming out, and
it's the Mandalorian without the helmet. Come on,
yeah.
Let's look at it. The kid's baby Yoda.
I mean, they're going to be on at the same time because are we getting Mandalorian? Oh, no, we're getting Mandalorian on March 1st. That's right. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, actually, when you start to draw parallels to it, yeah, the kid's baby, it's Grogu.
Yeah.
And he's the fighter that's got to get her through everything, and
yeah, basically, yeah.
We have just solved it.
He has to take her someplace.
Yeah, and then he gets guilty for leaving her there and goes back and gets her.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers. If you haven't played the video game yet.
But yeah, no, nothing much happened.
Well, there you go.
In the way of entertainment. So.
Hopefully we will close out this year the way it should be, nice and calm. Ring in the new one. Everyone stay safe. New Year's Eve.
Yes. Hopefully you all had a good New Year's.
Yeah, when you hear this, you will either be hungover or and hopefully find our voices soothing.
Yeah.
As Tylenol and a Caesar.
Yeah.
Or a red eye. Depending on your tastes.
I like that movie.
Hey, bartender, you know how to make a red eye?
I was talking about Cillian Murphy and Rachel McAdams, but yeah, okay. All right. I have. That's it for me, sir. I don't have anything else to contribute.
No, I think we've covered quite a bit, so I think we're good. All right, gang. This is Ben, Butcher Bay Rejects. Take it easy. Take care. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. See you next year, nerds.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
You can find us on all our social media. You can search Butcher Bay Rejects on YouTube. at Bay Rejects on Twitter, at Butcher Bay Rejects on Facebook, as well as at Butcher Bay Rejects on TikTok. You can also find us on our website, butcherbayrejects.com. And you can find us on all the podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Alexa TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Thank you for listening, and tune in again.